A very warm greetings to our viewers. I am Dheeraj, and with me is my colleague Hussain, and we are back yet again with Nifty 50 analysis based on NeoWave, this time for the week starting 27th November. However, 27th November is a holiday, so first trading day is going to be 28th November. And this week has been a consolidation week, bit confusing from the NeoWave. So over to you, Hussain. How does the price, what are the NeoWaves telling for the coming week? I know it has been a little bit confusing, but would like to hear from you what happened and what we can expect going forward.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's confusing is a very light word that you have taken. It has been red M2M for me. It's not been a lot of fun. But yeah, it's still exciting. And let's see, based on what we had predicted, what happened, where we are, and where can we go. So we had met on Friday, that is this candle, based on our larger time frame pattern, which is taking place on the day chart. We had said that we are possibly either in a neutral or a expanding triangle. We had certain price action on the 75-minute time frame, which I will just take you, where we had assumed a pattern to be a C wave terminal. And if that works out and the 2-4 trend line breaks, we can start the E leg, which we had said somewhere around 19,500 would be our target one. I'm now going to take you on to the 75-minute time frame. Okay? Let me just adjust my chart for easy viewing, and I'll use this replay. 20 Friday, right? This is the last candle.
Right.
Yeah. Now, we had our expanding triangle. Let me just switch off the candle so that it's easy. We had A, B, C, D, E, which was our expanding triangle. We had this X wave structure over here, which was a flat. And this is what we were looking at. Okay?
Yep.
This was our Shagun day, which was our wave A. We had a wave B, and this was wave C. Because we had this much information, we said कि शायद तो ये 1, 2, 3, 4 और ये 5 हो सकता है. This is a terminal C wave pattern is what we had taken as case 1.
Yep.
ये अपना trend line would be placed somewhere like this. And we had said that if we get confirmation, that is the 2-4 trend line breaking, 627 would be our first target because terminals are very strong patterns. They show, the end of a certain move, and then we would continue for our E wave. I'm just going to hit this replay because there was a lot of things that happened. And this is where the 2-4 trend line broke. But the next day, if you see on Tuesday, I believe, I'm going to pause it over here for a second. क्या होता है ना सर कि इन अ टर्मिनल ऑल्सो 2 and 4 ऑल्टरनेट. ठीक है, तो यहां तक भी हमारा पैटर्न इतना कुछ बिगड़ा नहीं था.
Right.
So what we had done is we taken wave 4 and put over here. जो हम यहाँ पे wave 5 assume कर रहे थे ना, we had put it over here. And our 2-4 trend line just turned a little. ठीक है, this became ऐसे. यहाँ पे स्टिल उम्मीद था कि हाँ जो पैटर्न हमने आइडेंटिफाई किया था वो अभी भी उतना ही है. अब क्या हुआ कि 2-4 ट्रेंड लाइन टूटा भी. ओके, एंड देयर वी गो, जस्ट सी इट नाउ. दैट्स दिस इज वेयर थिंग्स टर्न. ओके, आई हैव पॉज्ड इट अगेन. लेट मी जस्ट पॉज. तो यहाँ पे क्या होना सर कि अपना 2-4 ट्रेंड लाइन टूटा, 2 and 4 इट ब्रोक. I'll switch on the candles. यहाँ पे things reversed. This is where we realize कि नहीं, कुछ तो गलत हो रहा है, and we have to go back to the drawing board because after assuming a terminal pattern, they should have come all the way down here, which did not happen.
Right.
So ये हम निकाल देते. This I will stop our recap over here.
And just to elaborate for our viewers, as you can see that sometimes we unless we get a confirmation on the fourth wave, we drew the 2-4 trend line. Earlier we thought wave 4 is over, so we drew 1, 2, 4 trend line. Then we felt that, the wave 4 was not over. So wave 4 went a little below that. So we redrew. And after we redrew that 2-4 trend line, we saw that it actually turned or reversed from that trend line itself. And that is what, in our view, is negating the terminal impulse pattern with which thought it was forming. Because in the terminal impulse, after breaking the 2-4 trend line, it would have violently or with a great momentum gone down, which didn't happen.
That's right, sir. Terminals are extremely strong patterns, and if you assume a terminal pattern, यहाँ से violently नीचे आना चाहिए था, जो नहीं हुआ. ब्रेक करने के बाद घूम गया. तो अब ये जो हमने सिलेक्ट किया था ना, इसको निकाल देते हैं. Now what we'll do is we'll just see कि there was जहाँ पे time and price and complexity is what we analyze while we are looking at a NeoWave structure. ठीक है. जब यहाँ पे अपना पैटर्न निगेट हो गया था ना, through a process of elimination, you then move to the next pattern. The next pattern would be a triangle. Triangle का simple rule है कि each wave has to retrace the prior wave by minimum of 50%. वो तो यहाँ पे नहीं हो रहा था. So we moved on. We moved on now either to diametric or symmetrical. In order to do that, I had attended Glenn Lee's webinar on time. He has very explicitly said, and I wish I could check if that is possible here. Okay. This is just my notes, and I'm only doing this for when I'm passionate about it. I'll just go through this really quick. Basically, वो क्या बोलता है ना, in order, the only way to know what kind of pattern is forming well before it concludes is to measure and compare the time consumed by the first 2-3 waves. यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया था कि because our C wave terminal was negated and triangle भी नहीं बैठ रहा था, we took identical. If you read this last line, that when they are similar in time, a NeoWave diametric or symmetrical is forming. This is the इतना पूरे webinar में जो हमें applicable होता है यहाँ पे is basically this paragraph. So I just wanted to share it with you. Now what we'll do is we'll go on to the day time frame. We have seen कि क्या हुआ, हमने क्या predict किया था, और based on the information that we have क्या हो सकता है. ठीक है. Going on to a larger time frame is because यहाँ पे जो हमने triangle किया था ना, that has not changed. जो भी हुआ है is this price action which is in the D wave on a lower time frame. ठीक है. So in order to get, now that we know that there is a time element has become extremely important, what we will do is ये जो हमारा D wave चल रहा है वो कब तक चल सकता है और कब तक हमें उसको देखना है. So what I'm going to do is we'll just take these cyclic lines. We will measure wave D's time. I have put this down here. Let me just allow me to place this. You will see in my writing, I hope it's readable. Wave D can take A plus B plus C. Okay? When I take wave D from the start of wave A to the end of wave C, I'm getting about 7 December. Okay? When I take it from its faster retrace, would be the ideal place to take it. I'm getting about 4th December, and that's why I have mentioned here only 4th December. Okay. The second time for wave D is B plus C. So we had ended our wave A yahan pe. This was our wave B and this is our wave C. I'll take off the candles just so that it's visually pleasing. Wave B plus wave C gives me around 1st December. Now, if you just think about it, ठीक है, हमारा ये November. ठीक है, we'll see what price action takes place here. Around 1st and the 4th of December, there is a high probability that wave D may end. ठीक है? But before we take any position, हमें ये हफ्ते का देखना है कि faster retracement हमें 75 minutes पे मिलता है कि नहीं. For a second, I'm going to move back to the 75 minutes. After our triangle X-wave structure, this is the pattern that we are saying कि ये diametric या तो symmetrical में जा सकता है, right? In a diametric, we need 5 out of the 7 waves that take similar time. 2 waves will not be similar in time, and the last leg will be a pattern. In a symmetrical, we have 9 legs. 7 out of the 9 will take the same amount of time, and 2 of them will be different. Again, the last leg will be a pattern. ये अभी कैसे जाने वाला है is very difficult to tell you, right? So it's only a time similarity. What I can say कि हाँ volatility रहेगी और मुझे 30th December तक देखना है या 1st December तक देखना है कि ये मुझे faster retracement मिलता है कि नहीं. On the day time frame, to give you some kind of price, what I had done is I have just taken the faster retracement, अपना supply zone. तो 975,000 तक जाने की शक्ति रखता है. In case it breaks it, then we have another sell zone at our previous high, 20,222.
Correct.
Just to sum it up, we are still in wave D. It is not over. D to continue till the end of the month, somewhere between the 1st and the 4th of December, based on time and NeoWave rules, we can assume that this leg should complete. Then we will analyze based on faster retracement ki wave E kitna ja sakta hai.
Great, great. I think that makes it clear that right now we need to watch. I mean, even if I look from a price action perspective, if you look at the weekly candle, it was still not bearish candle. We were in a very narrow range. So clearly Nifty is forming a narrow range. If you look at Monday candle last week and the remaining 4 days, it remained within that particular candle range. So whenever the range becomes narrow, a range breakout that occurs is going to have a fairly large and fast move. That is the nature of the compression, and that is what is happening. So as you heard on the NeoWave analysis, NeoWave, when we do the analysis, we look at 3 factors. We look at price, time, and complexity. Most of the time we talk about price, but today we focus more on the time. So you need to look at the time. You need to watch the end of the expiry, which is the end of the month, 30th November. And then the 1st, you need to see what's happening on the 1st, because that is a potential time where this wave may get over, or the next time is 7 December. There would be a down move. The point is where that down move will come. Because we have talked about 2 supply zones. We are talking about 975 to 20,050 and then the all-time high. We have to see that how far the price reaches and whether that particular wave is getting over. So we will update you most likely in the next week's analysis. We should have more clarity, hopefully by then. Till then, you need to look at whether Nifty is coming out with this compression range that is getting formed, and if it is breaking that range, then please trade accordingly. If it forms even a larger consolidation, then we can expect a bigger move coming in December. So with that, we will conclude this particular analysis. Thanks, Hussain, and thanks
Thank you, sir.
to all of you for watching our video.